Hey, William Gilmore here for the ScreenwritersJourney.com. It is day 192 of the journey in season 2. It's been about 2 months since the last update on the blog, and a lot has happened in that 2-month period, although not necessarily on the screenwriting front. As you may recall, I was sort of in between jobs there for quite a while and had sort of reached a point where I didn't know if I was going to be staying in the LA area or heading back to the East Coast and taking up some kind of position there, whatever I could find. Had a couple of job interviews. They did not work out for whatever reason. But I did have a couple of job opportunities pop up here, which has kept me in Los Angeles. And that's been a good thing. And it's been very rewarding work. I've gotten to work on an infomercial that I did the editing for. Editing is what I started in this business, creating trailers for HBO as a Predator, a producer editor. And so I was actually creating the stories for the trailers and then editing them. And from there I moved into, recently, I moved from the infomercial to doing some on-air promo spots for Martin Scorsese's Silence. So that was fun. And then I did some work for Disney, doing behind-the-scenes bonus features and a documentary for the forthcoming Beauty and the Beast live-action film that will be released next weekend. So that has been very exciting, and I was brought in as a Predator, so I producer, writer, editor. I got to write the pods and work on the documentary and help script that, and then got to produce those pieces and actually sat down and did all the editing on a large portion. Did all the pods. And not all the pods. I wrote some of them to get into other editors, and then I did a good section of the documentary editing also. And the good news is that the notes from both my boss and from the client, Disney, have been minimal, and certainly nothing as far as story structure or pacing. So I felt really good about that. I guess all this story work that I've been doing over the past 2 years has really paid off. So good about that, and I'm replenishing the bank account. So that's great. And I've just been hired to write some treatments for a couple of reality shows. So a lot of stuff happening on the writing front, just not necessarily in the screenwriting field. I've also done some updates on my hiking website. I had to write some articles for that and trail descriptions, things like that. So I've been doing that, and I started another Facebook page about the different political rallies that have been happening, both left and right, and I've been going out and shooting them and collecting interviews and then editing all those together, creating a story out of that. So I've been very, very busy. I haven't had a lot of time to work on the screenwriting, but I have gotten some work done on that. The Secret Project, which is now called Electro, went to Rewrites, Writer's Workshop. It's a little short film that I've been working on, a concept that I had, and I really pulled that out in January and really sat down and went, let's knock this out and see what we can do with it. And if it turns out well, maybe we'll shoot it. I was hoping to shoot it in March this month. I'm not quite ready for that yet. Still working on the script, but hopefully in the next month or two, maybe I can actually shoot that. The rewrites had great comments on it, and I feel really good about that. So then I took it into IAW-TV, the International Association of Web Television Producers, and to their writers' workshop, and got some great feedback there, and made some changes based on that. And I've sent it out to my personal readers, and have been getting great feedback from them. So I feel really strong about that script. And I took in the pages that I'd already written for Do Unto Others, which you can find a sample from that script on the writer's page here on the website. And that has gotten some good feedback. Some changes have been made in that based on things that I've gotten in rewrites. And I basically exhausted the pages that I had written on that. It was about 40 pages. And I haven't written any new pages on that to be able to take it in because I've just been so busy at work and trying to take care of all these other things. And one other thing that I've done here recently is I signed up for a writer's workshop with REJ Literary Management Company. And it's called Inside the Writer's Room. And basically you're going in and pitching an idea for a television series, and I've never done a television series before. And yesterday was the first class. It's an 8-week course, and I took the first. It had to bring in 2 submissions, 2 ideas for TV series, and pitch those, and then whichever one sort of came out the best in your pitch, you'll continue with that through the remaining 7 sessions. And I brought in 2 different pieces. One was a political thriller, 1-hour drama, and the other was a 1-hour sci-fi drama. And we're going to go with the political thriller, because I've got that one worked out a little bit more. I'll go into more detail on that later, but that will give me something each week to work for and something to blog about, so you can see what it's like kind of working in a writer's room. And that's the idea behind this workshop, is that you will actually sit down with the other writers and discuss your story and the plot development of characters, different episodes, and work through it. And by the end of the 8 weeks, you will have, hopefully, the beginnings of a series Bible and the first part of a pilot written. And the hook here is that RAJ, if they like your work, will sign you on as one of their clients. That's sort of a little bait thing. I'm sure they hang out in front of you. Maybe they'll pick up a few writers here and there. I'm not really counting on that. I was a little disappointed in that first workshop. It wasn't quite what I was expecting, so I wasn't necessarily prepared in the way that they wanted me to be, because it was a lot of pitching, and there's going to be a lot of, you basically pitch each week to a new writer who's brought in from a current show that's airing on network, on cable. This week was R.M. Squire was the writer that was in it. He worked on Brain Dead for CBS and is currently a writer on This Is Us for NBC. So a good contact there, and good feedback from him. So next week we'll have a new writer. Next week we're discussing the pilot episode. So basically pitching the pilot to whoever the writer will be next week, and see where it goes from there. And I think it's going to be really good for me, because pitching is not my strong point. I haven't done a lot of pitching. I don't like doing it. Most writers don't. And this will be really good practice, and getting to do the same story over and over again with different people and trying to figure out how that pitch works, I think will definitely pay off in the long run for all my projects, even if this particular one does not develop into something that I think will go anywhere. Hopefully it will, but I think I'm going to get a lot out of it. So I'm very excited to continue with that, and keep you updated on that. Anyway, that's what's been going on for the last 2 months. Hopefully, now that things are sort of settled down, I'll be able to get back to this and keep you apprised on a more timely basis, and get back to some of that screenwriting, because I know everybody at Rewrites is waiting to hear what happens next in Do Unto It. So I've got to start knocking out some pages on that. And I am still waiting to get in the queue at Tuesdays at 9 with Electro. And once I go through that and make those any changes that come out of that, I will move ahead with trying to shoot that short film. And that'll create a whole series of blogs, so you'll be able to follow along what it's like to take it from the page to the screen. Anyway, that's all I have for right now. I am William Gilmore for ScreenwritersJourney.com. I will see you here back next time, and please don't do like I've done and keep